communication and being kept informed.
Thank you, Darren. And Daryl, what you shared was so important. It's helpful to know about the improvements, but it's so frustrating when you're at the back end and you're having a repair done that's taken much longer than it should. And that relates to my next question, which is actually about communicating and keeping customers informed throughout that process so they know exactly what is happening at each stage. And it says, why do residents often feel that they have to chase repeatedly for updates? And what will change so people are proactively kept informed at each stage of a repair or improvement, and they know who is responsible for making sure it is complete? Lizzie, you did touch on communication initially, so I think that you might be the best person to continue with this.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Melissa. Before I answer the question, I've seen a couple of hands popping up. We're not able to turn the microphones off in the call, so we're not able to bring you in if you put your hand up. But if you click on the Q&A button on your screen, you'll be able to type your question in. So again, sorry if you're putting your hand up and we're not responding. We're not able to bring you in, but type your question in the Q&A, and our lovely Chris will help us with that and publish those questions into the chat for us to answer later. So Melissa, back to your question. Repeatedly chasing for updates is a real frequent occurrence, and I'm going to start with a hands up that it's not good enough. We should be more proactive with how we provide those updates. It's really important that we keep you informed about what's happening. Sometimes, as Daryl has said, it can take a bit longer than you were expecting, or we might need to prioritise an urgent job and not one that's more routine, which again might mean it takes a little bit longer. We might have your work on a planned improvement programme, which means it's coming in the next 6 to 9 months, in which case we want to do it for everyone in your area rather than just your home. So there are many reasons, but we don't tell you that. And I can completely understand why that is really frustrating. So we're working really, really hard on that, and in a couple of ways. So the first one is we're implementing a new system that is going to help us track information far better. So internally, our teams out in the field can look on their handheld device, whether that's a mobile phone or a tablet or whatever they use, and see everything that's happened or does need to happen in a customer's home or community. They can't see everything today, so even our colleagues can't see everything we want them to see. They can see the thing they're dealing with rather than everything. So in the next 12 months, that system will get rolled out and our colleagues will be able to see everything. So when you bump into a colleague, even if perhaps, I don't know, let me use an example. They're a housing officer and they're not able to fix your tap. They're able to see what's happening with that. So they'll be able to see that. The other thing we're launching is a customer portal. So you'll be able to see it as customers, recognising, by the way, that not all of you want to look online yourselves. You may want to ring us, and that's absolutely fine. You may want to ask someone when you bump into them. But 94% of the country have a mobile phone that has ability to use applications on it. So if you wanted to, you will be able to log into a portal. You'll be able to see everything about your home. You'll be able to see any past and current repairs. You'll be able to raise repairs. You'll be able to raise complaints. And one of the things that comes up really frequently is when you live in a block of flats and there is a security light out in the hall, you don't know whether to report it or whether someone else has reported it. You will be able to see communal repairs as well. So you'll know exactly what's going on in your community. So not just your own home, but your community. So that portal will go live again within the next 12 months. I'm saying 12 months because we're still building it at the moment, but you will be able to track repairs, track progress and see what's going on. But as I say, you'll equally be able to still give us a call and we'll talk you through that, or bump into one of our team in vans or our team on foot around in your communities and they'll have access to the same information. So it's a real big step forward for us. And one you may say, why on earth haven't you had that all along? Well, we haven't, but we're building it now and we're catching up. So we will still make sure our people are available. So you have face-to-face, you'll have telephone, but you will have a portal and you'll be able to see what you want to see on that. So I am really excited that that's a really big step forward in our communication. In the meantime, we are trialing different updates about your repairs. So when we've got a repair for you, we're trialing different text messages and updates. We've had some success, and Melissa, I know you experienced some of our false starts at the beginning when perhaps we sent some incorrect text messages, but we are improving that as we go. So there's a bit of an interim way that we're going to try and keep you more updated, but our overall system implementation is going to really make a difference. So I'm really excited. It's going to completely change the way that we don't give you enough information today. It will be at your fingertips.
That sounds very exciting, Lizzie. Thank you so much for sharing both the contractor side as well as the customer portal. I think the customer portal will really be a game changer because you can see the end-to-end process. And I hope that it would be regularly updated. So once you pick it up, you know that the information that you're seeing is current and up to date.